Hi, boys and girls. Today we're going to be doing chapter 1, lesson 6 already. And the name is different names for numbers. You're going to say, what? Different names for numbers? What do you mean, Ms. Davalos? I'm going to show you. Okay, so I'm going to start with the number 26. So I'm going to write it down. The number 26, I'm going to put 26 so I don't forget. Number 26. Now, as I always say, you always have to put the T for tens and the O for ones. So I know now that I need 2 tens and 6 ones. So I'm going to go to my tools here and I'm going to go to shapes because I have the blocks here. I have the ones, tens, and the hundreds. I don't need hundreds. So I need 2 tens. They look like little sticks. I'm going to go 1, 2. Let's click them all at once so I don't have to do it again. And then I have 6 ones. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I click it and then I click out of it. And now I'm going to move my tens to the left side. They look nice and organized. And then I'm going to organize my ones. Now the ones I want you guys to do them in groups of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then next to it 6. So they're like pairs. Remember when we did odds and evens? So now I'm going to name the first way to name 26 besides the standard form. So I look at my picture and I have 1 10, 2 tens. I'm going to write 2 tens. And then I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ones. I'm going to say 6 ones. So now I'm going to show you a different name for this same number. That means that I'm going to exchange one of the tens. When I say exchange, that means I'm going to remove it, but I have to bring back exactly 10 in a different way. And what's another different way? By using ones. So I'm going to delete my 10, but now I have to bring 10 ones because it has to be an even exchange. I want to continue to have 26, but I want to show it in a different way. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now I click out of it and I go, now I'm going to organize it. Remember, in groups of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now it looks different, but I do know that I have 10 because there's 5 and 5. So 5 plus 5 is 10. So that's the 10 that I exchanged for ones. So now I'm going to grab my pen and I'm going to say what I have now. So I have 1 10. I'm going to put 1 10. And then I know that these are 5. Remember, I put them in groups of 5. 5, 10, 15, and one more, 16. Now, if you don't know how to count by fives, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. But you should start practicing counting by fives. It's going to help you for later. So this is another way to name my number. 26 can also be 110 and 16 ones. That's another way to name it. So now I have another way. So again, I'm going to exchange my 10. That means I'm going to remove it and I have to replace it with the same amount. So I'm going to need 10 ones. So I'm going to go get my shapes and I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now I'm going to drag them. 1, remember, in groups of 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And this is another way to name number 26. Now I see my picture and I see that I don't have any 10s, so 0 10s. And then I see that I have all 1s, and I already know it's 26. I can count them, but I know it's 26. So I'm going to write 26 because I did even exchange. So I'm going to show you the next one. Okay, so now I'm going to model number 1, question number 1. Now, as you see, you have the number 28. So I'm going to put TO. That means I have 2 10s and 8 1s. Now, in this picture, I see 1 10, 2 10s. So I do have 2 10s. And then I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I have 8 1s. Now I'm going to have to do the expanded form. So I'm going to count the 10s first. 10, 20. So I put 20. And then I'm going to count the 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So on this side, you always put the 10s. And on this side of the expanded form, you always put the 1s. The ones that you see, there are 1s. So now this number is also 28. It's a different way to name the number 28. So what do we see? Well, I only see 110, so I'm going to put 110. Now, if you know that they're in 5s, you can count 5, 10, 15, because they're all full, right? 16, 17, 18. Or you can count by 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. But it takes me longer when I count them by 1s. So if I know how to count by 5s, it's faster. So now for my expanded form, remember, whatever I have in 10s, I'm going to put right here, and the ones I'm going to put on this side. So I have only 1 10, so I'm going to put 10. I have to write the number 10 because it's a number sentence. And then how many 1s? If you know how to count by 5s, 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, which is what we have here. So we have 18. Now on my next one, we already know it's 28 for the whole row. So I'm going to check my picture. What do I have? I have 0 10. So I'm going to write 0. So I have to have 28 1s. And I'm going to check to see if it's correct. Let's count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28. That's correct. So remember, the first line is for 10s and the second one is for 1s. So how many 10s do I have? Nothing. So I put 0. I do have to put a 0 to represent that I have none. And then how many 1s? I have 28 1s. So this is another way to name the number 28. 0 10s and 28 1s. Now, question number 2, question number 3, question number 4, question number 4, you're going to do those. Now, I'm going to do this one with you because it's a word problem, and I still need to teach you more how to do word problems. So when we have a word problem, we read the whole thing and then we look at the question, because the question is what they want us to answer. It's like if I ask you, what's your name? And you say, you know, Marcus or Juanita, you know, you would answer back. Well, this is what you need to answer the question. So let's read the whole thing. I have 2 bags of 10 oranges. I also have 24 single oranges. How many oranges do I have? So I'm going to underline the question because that's a very important thing that I have to come up with. I need to know how many oranges do I have? That's what I need to answer. Now, what information is going to help me figure out that So I'm going to change my color just so that it looks different. So it says I have 2 bags of 10 oranges. And I already know I don't have to draw bags, but I can draw tens. So I'm going to go one bag of 10, another bag of 10. So that's 2 bags. So this information is information that I know because they're giving me that. I need to use it. So now I said I also have 24 single oranges. So I have to draw 24 single. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, we always draw them in groups of 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and I need 24 right here. So I'm going to do 4 more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now this tells me that I have the information that I hear, but I want to know how many oranges I have in all. So if I know that this is 5 and 5 is 10. So I'm going to box it, cross it, and regroup it because I know it's a 10. So I'm going to make it like a 10. Boom. Now I have another 10 right here because this is 5 and 5. So I'm going to box it, cross it, and regroup it with the tens. So I'm going to make it a 10. So now I'm going to put TO because the TO always helps me. How many tens do I have? 1 10, 2 tens, 3 tens, 4 tens. So I write 4 tens. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 ones. So I go 4 ones. So I have 40. How many oranges do I have? 44. So that's my answer. 44. And does you see how it says draw a picture to show the number? So we drew the picture. So now I'm going to show you the next one. I'm going to do the first 2, and I'm going to ask you to do the last one to see if you can do it. So this one is make connections. Fill in the blanks to make each sentence true. So blank tens, blank ones. So how many tens and how many ones is the same? When it says it's the same, that means it's equal to 90 plus 3. So what's 90 plus 3? Let's do a picture. Now 90, I know that I'm counting by 10. So this 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. And then 3 ones is going to be 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to put TO. And I'm going to count how many tens. 1 10, 2 tens, 3 tens, 4 tens, 5 tens, 6 tens, 7 tens, 8 tens, 9 tens. So under the T, I'm going to put the 9 tens. And then I have 3 ones. So I'm going to put 3 ones. So now I know that I have 9 tens. I go to the tens and I put 9 tens. And then 3 ones, so I put 3 ones. And that will be my answer for that. Now for this one, it says 2 tens, 18 ones is the same as. So I say 2 tens, it says 10, 20. They want me to do it in an expanded form. So that's like a number sentence. So I go 10, 20 with the number 20. Plus, it says 18 ones. So here is where I put my ones. So I put 18 ones. So now I'm going to let you figure out this one and see if you can do it by yourself. Now remember, it says 5 tenths ones is the same as and this is where the tens go, and this is where the ones go. So you already have like a clue, okay? So I'm going to show you the next one. This one is a word problem. It's more like go deeper. That means you really have to think. So I says a number has the digit 4 in the ones place and the digit 7 in the tens place. Which of these is another way to write this number? That means it could be more than one. So the question is which of these? That means that there could be more, right? More ways. We learned already how to do more than one ways. So what information am I using? The digit 4 is in the ones place. So that says in the ones place. So I'm gonna put it in the ones place. Now, if you don't have this box, you can always do the T and the O. It always helps. It will also help you. And then the digit 7 is in the tens place. So I'm going to circle that because that's important information. So I'm going to put it here. So my number is 74. So now I need to figure out which of these can also be 74. So now I go to this expanded form. I have 40 plus 7. 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. 47 is not the same as 74, so I know that I can cross that one out. Now I have 70 plus 4. So if I have 70, 71, 72, 73, 74. Oh, that matches this one. So I'm going to circle this answer. Now I have it in a word, 74. And you can always go back to check where you have your words. And this one is correct. So I'm going to circle it because it says 74. And that's the number we're looking for. Now it says 4 tens and 34 ones. I'm not sure about that one. So I'm going to draw a picture. It says 4 tens. So I'm going to go 10, 20, 30, 40. Now I don't want to draw 34 ones. So I'm going to put TO on top of the number. And I know that I have 3 tens. So I'm going to put 1, 10, 2 tens, 3 tens. And then I have 4 ones. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now I want to see if it makes 74. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74. That's a good choice. So I'm going to circle that one. Now I have 4 plus 7. So I pick always the largest number, the one with the greatest value, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Is that 74? No. So I'm going to cross it out. Now I go to the next one. It says 4 tens and 7 ones. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, and then 4 and 7 more, 47. So that's not a good choice. So I'm going to cross it out. So these are my good choices. So I'm going to show you one more. This is important because you have never done this one before. So again, you have to look at all that very carefully. So I'm going to do, it says 110 and 42 ones. Now it says, which of these is another way to show the number 42? Now they only want 42, but I already have 42 ones here. And then one more 10. That's going to be more than 42. So I already know that I don't even have to draw a picture. I know that's a no. That's not a way to show 42. Now the next one says 30 plus 12. So I'm going to draw a picture. 10, 20, 30, and then 12 has, I'm going to put TO. That's 110 and 2 ones. 110 and 2 ones. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42. And that's the one we're looking. So that's a yes. That's a good number. So now it says 2 tens and 22 ones. So I'm going to put 2 tens. 10, 20. I don't want to, I don't want to color 22 ones. So I'm going to put TO on top, and I'm going to say 2 tens and then 2 ones. And I'm going to see if that makes 42. 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42. So yes, that's a good one. So I'm going to say yes, that represents 42. So now this one says 3 tens and 2 ones. 10, 20, 30, and then 31, 32. Is that 42? No. So that's not a good choice. So I'm going to put no. Okay, so make sure you finish the rest of the problems that I told you to finish, and that's the end of the lesson. Thank you for listening.